Hi, I'm Dr. Jen, the Scar Lady. I am a doctor of physical therapy, and I specialize in helping people with scar tissue. Did you know that scar tissue affects more than just your skin and can, in fact, affect all of your body, your brain, and your emotions? Scar tissue often is a huge disruptor to the nervous system, and your brain likes to hijack proper muscle function based on information it receives from the skin. So if there's skin trauma or scar tissue, the brain doesn't get the same feedback and it chooses to use your muscles differently. This might float along for a little while, but over time your muscles are going to start borrowing Peter to pay Paul from all over your body, and things are going to start to hurt because muscles are doing jobs that they're not designed to do. I want to share some examples with you about how abdominal scars can really impact the function of the entire body. I had a client once in the past who came in with complaints of tennis elbow, and she had it in both elbows, although one side was significantly worse than the other. And in taking her history, she told me she had had a prior cesarean section, and her kiddo was in the teenage years, so it was a long time ago. And after doing some testing with her, found out that her scar was actually hijacking proper function of her entire core. Why is that important, you ask, Dr. Jen? If your brain doesn't find your core muscles in all directions like it's supposed to, arms and legs do not have a chance of working the way that they're supposed to if they don't have a stable base to work off of. I want you to think about building a base with solid plastic Legos. If you have a base and a piece and you put arms and legs off of it, it'll stand up, right? It'll be solid. Well, imagine if instead of a solid piece for the middle, you've got like a container of Jell-O in the middle, and your arms and legs are sitting on the Jell-O. Well, they're gonna wiggle and wobble because they don't have a stable base to work from. Well, back to our story. I was able to help my patient get out of pain at her elbows with just working on her abdominal scar, teaching her to breathe correctly, and getting her brain to re-engage with her core muscles. And then all of a sudden, those elbow muscles were not having to do extra work that they weren't designed to do. Another thing I see super commonly is women come in after having either hysterectomies, cesarean sections, fibroid removals, or any type of breast surgery or procedures. And they oftentimes have pain in their back or their neck or their hips, and that scar tissue is often a root cause of that. So if you change your scar, you just might change your life and your function. Not to mention the emotional trauma that your brain actually stores in scar tissue. Oftentimes when I'm working with a client on their scars, they might have an emotional response. When I touch the scar, they might be taken right back to when they got the scar. And so it's a good opportunity, if the patient is willing, to do some emotional healing and just cleaning out some of those interruptions that the nervous system is experiencing because of this scar tissue. Scar tissue actually increases stress to our nervous system, and instead of being in homeostasis or balance, it's what we call in the parasympathetic dominance, which is our rest, digest, be at peace state. Our body tends to stay more in the sympathetic dominant state with scar tissue, and it nudges it towards more of that fight, flight, freeze, or freak out mode. So when you deal with the scar tissue, it's like you peel back a layer of stress from your nervous system. Often people tell me that they feel lighter once they've done scar work and see a significant improvement in stability and muscle function, and many times a decrease in their pain as well. So if you have a scar and you're interested in more information, check out my book called Scars, More Than Skin Deep by Dr. Jennifer Melason on Amazon, and I have some great resources to help you out with at-home ways to work on your scar at thescarlady.com. Have a great day.